Hello, Capricorn, Sun, Rising, and Venus, and welcome to your reading. So, Capricorn, today we're going to focus on your past, present, as well as your future, and then we're going to see the ultimate outcome of your current situation. So, with all that being said, Capricorn, let's get started. So, Capricorn, in the past, we do have the Nine of Cups. I like this energy. I feel like you're finally deciding to put yourself first. You're finally deciding to put yourself first. I feel like for a while you've been putting other people, other people's just happiness before your own. I feel like you've been putting a lot of people before yourself, but kind of looks like in the recent past you decided, you know what, enough is enough. I'm going to do what's best for me. I'm going to start putting myself first. Okay, I like it. I like it a lot. All right, let's look at your current energy. We have the Chariot out here. I'm getting an energy. I'm getting an energy of someone, someone gravitating towards you. Yeah, I'm getting an energy of somebody gravitating towards you. Now, obviously, we're going to look a little bit more into this person, who they are, but there's somebody here that's like gravitating towards you or like resurfacing back up here for you, like out of the blue. But we're going to obviously look a little bit more into them in a second. But in the near future, we do have the Five of Pentacles. I feel like this energy ties into like whoever this individual is that's either resurfacing back up here for you or gravitating towards you, however it resonates. But let's look at the Nine of Cups, shall we? Okay, we got the Knight of Pentacles to Ten of Swords, and then we also have the Eight of Pentacles. Yeah, I feel like you stopped putting somebody else's happiness before your own. I feel like you stopped putting somebody else before yourself. I feel like you also decided to stop trying to make something work. I also feel like you stopped trying to keep something intact and afloat. So this could be referring to a marriage. This could be referring to a relationship, a friendship. However it resonates with you in your particular situation. Okay. Now let's look at this Chariot energy. We have the Three of Wands to the Judgment card, and then we also have the Four of Wands. You know, it's interesting because this to me feels like an energy of, I'm not going to do this anymore. I'm not going to do that anymore. And that's just that. I don't feel like there's an actual ending, though, taking place here. Like, I don't feel like you're ending things with this person that you're married to or in a relationship with. I just kind of see you putting a stop to you constantly putting their happiness before your own. You constantly putting them before yourself. You constantly trying your hardest to make this marriage and a relationship between the two of you work while they sit here and do absolutely nothing to try to improve things between the two of you or fix things between the two of you or repair things here between the two of you. Like, that's what I see you putting to an end. As far as putting this marriage or relationship between you and this person to an end is concerned, I don't see you doing that. I don't see you doing that. I don't see you doing that. But this person that's gravitating towards you feels like the person that you're deciding to not continue to put before yourself. You know, it's interesting because I feel like this person's under the impression that all is good, you know, between the two of you. All is great. No complaints, you know, coming from this person whatsoever. In fact, they actually feel like things are getting better between the two of you. You're not fighting with them anymore. You're not arguing with them anymore. You're not getting on them about this, that, and the third anymore. They feel like everything's great between the two of you. The fact that you're not fighting with this person, because I keep getting, they're not fighting with me anymore. We haven't argued at all. Can you believe that? Like, I'm getting like an energy of excitement coming from this person. Oof. If you're somebody who harnesses feminine energy and you're not arguing with this person anymore, or getting on their case about this, that, and the third anymore, that's a bad thing. That just goes to show that you just don't care anymore. 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 And, you know, technically speaking, the Nine of Cups does definitely represent feminine energy, which you did show up as the Nine of Cups, regardless of your gender. Male or female doesn't matter. We all have masculine and feminine energy within us. But that's what I was saying. Like, if you harness feminine energy and you're not arguing with this person anymore about absolutely anything, and you're not bothering with them or whatever it is that they decide to do, you know what I mean? That's a bad sign. That's basically a sign of you checking out. That's basically a sign of, I just don't care anymore, you know. But as far as they're concerned, I mean, yeah, they feel like everything's great between the two of you, you know. No complaints coming from them whatsoever. Okay, let's look at the Five of Pentacles here in the near future. Oh, it's gonna hit them, honey. Oof. Is it gonna hit them? It's gonna hit them. It's gonna hit them. And it's gonna hit them out of nowhere, where they're gonna start to find themselves feeling like, man, like something's just not right. Like Capricorn and I just, we haven't argued about anything. And, you know, they don't question me anymore. You know, it's weird, you know, it's just, it's weird, you know, it's weird. It's so not like them, you know, so not like them. This is weird. You know, something's not right. Something's not right. Something must be going on. Something must be going on. This person's going to start to become increasingly suspicious of you. This person might even go as far as to think that you could very well be talking to somebody else or seeing someone else because, you know, something's just not right. You're not arguing with them anymore. You're not questioning them anymore. You're not getting on their case anymore about absolutely anything. The things that used to bother you don't bother you no more. Yeah, they feel like something's up. Something's definitely going on. What is the ultimate outcome? What is the ultimate outcome of this situation? So we do have the King of Cups. Did something else come on now? All right. With the Seven of Cups to the Eight of Swords. And then we also have the Star. This person doesn't know it yet. Yeah, this person doesn't know it yet, but it kind of looks like very soon they're going to end up losing the love of their life, aka you, and everything that they've been able to essentially build with you thus far. And the main reason why is because you're already starting the whole process of checking out, you know, emotionally as well as mentally. The only thing left for you to do is leave physically, which I did say. You may not be getting on their case anymore about X, Y, and Z. You may not be questioning them anymore. You may not be putting them before yourself anymore. You may not be putting their happiness before your own. You may be putting an end to all of that, but you have yet to bring this situation between the two of you to an end. And it kind of looks like at some point you will. At some point you will. And it's not something that this person will foresee, you know, coming. But I do see you eventually deciding to walk away from this. And like I said, they're not going to see this coming. They're so not going to see this coming. They're not going to see this coming. This person, like I said, they're going to become increasingly suspicious of you and very worried and concerned. And very worried and very concerned. It's like the things you used to argue with them about, you don't argue with them about anymore. The things that you used to question them about, you're just not questioning them, you know, anymore. They're noticing the sudden change, you know, within you. And it's very alarming, you know, for them. You know, it's causing this person to feel like, oh man, like there must be someone else, you know, maybe that's what it is. Maybe they're talking to someone else. Maybe they're entertaining someone else. Maybe they're dating someone else. Well, I don't see you talking or entertaining absolutely anybody. I don't. What I do see you doing though is definitely preparing yourself to leave. I do see you preparing yourself to leave. That's one thing I will say. Because a lot of you feel like this relationship, you know, it just hasn't been serving you in quite some time now. And a lot of you feel like it's never going to. You know, a lot of you feel like this relationship is just kind of like holding you back from, you know, experiencing, you know, true happiness, you know? Because even though we don't see you putting, you know, their happiness before your own anymore, you're still technically with them. You know what I mean? And that in itself brings a level of unhappiness into your life, you know? And this is why I say that a lot of you feel like this dynamic between the two of you is holding you back from fully being happy. Because even though to a degree I do see you happy that you're finally deciding to put yourself first and, you know, things of that nature, you're still having to deal with this person to a degree. So this could represent somebody that you live with. You know, that's definitely a possibility. But the fact that you still have to deal with them to a degree, like, yeah, that brings a lot of unhappiness into your life, you know, because you find yourself, you know, still sharing your life with the very person that brought all of this pain, suffering, and unhappiness, you know, into your life, and you're not totally happy or thrilled about that. But I do feel like eventually that's something that will essentially change. You will eventually let this go. You will eventually let this go. When you're ready. When you're ready, you will. My apologies, I ran out of storage, but if I'm repeating myself, I apologize in advance. But now that we're done with your reading, I do want to pull a card to see what Spirit wants you to know about your current situation. So I'm going to take this card because the card flew out first. So we do have community. Okay. This is actually, yeah, this is the Three of Cups in Tarot. So you could be connecting with a Cancer. Doesn't necessarily have to be the case. But the Three of Cups basically represents an energy of you celebrating something, like a win or like a victory. But let's read the message behind community. A time of celebration and shared joy has arrived. Gather with loved ones to honor achievements and create memories. This is a moment to embrace connection and gratitude. Let the energy of togetherness uplift your spirit. Now, I am definitely getting that even though right now you may not be totally happy because this person, technically speaking, is still someone that you have to deal with for now, I do feel like in the end, you will definitely get the last laugh. I do feel like in the end, you will definitely experience, you know, true happiness and joy when you're able to like officially exit this marriage and a relationship that you share with this person once and for all. It's just going to essentially take time because it kind of looks like, you know, you're either trying to get your financial situation in order or you're trying to move past the fear of letting this go for once and for all. But whatever is holding you back, it's something that's not going to continue to hold you back for much longer is what I'm gathering. All right. So that is what I have for you, my friend. Good luck to you. And I will see you guys in your next reading. Bye.